Hey, it's Josh from the Jestic Culinary Team, and I'm just going to go through how to put a product profile into your fryer so we can utilise the timers. I've done my fryer setup already, see one of our other videos on how to go through that. But we're going to do a product profiles here, so we're going to hold temperature and info together. Till we get that first beep. Passcode is 1234. And then we're going to select product selection. So I'm going to hit the confirm to say I want to do this. And then I'm going to choose the program that I want to adjust. I can have 30 programs in the controller here, but I can only have 10 active at one time. So I'm going to go through to a blank program here, program 10, and we'll put a program in together. Yes, I want to modify program 10 here. Yes, I definitely want to modify it. And then the first thing it's going to ask me for is a name. I'm going to put in a program for some battered sprouts, nice and Christmas themed. The parameter that is flashing is the one that we're currently adjusting. I can cycle through using the left and the right arrows, and I'm going to use the buttons 1 through to 0 to old school text type. So I want to change this to say sprouts. Happy with the name, so I'll press the confirm. It will then ask me for a cook time. Now, my sprouts take 3 minutes, so I'll pop in 3 minutes. Temperature. Fryer can only be at one temperature at one time, so ideally we'll have all of our active programs all at the same temperature. I'm going to set ours to 175, confirm that. Our cook ID is a little shorthand ID that will pop up in the windows as the timer counts down. So I'm going to name this something that I'm going to remember what program it relates to. We're doing sprouts here, so let's try and make it say something sprout related. SPR, perfect, and I'll confirm that. And then I've got the option to have some duty timers. These are little alarms that will go off during the cook if I need to perform an action, add more, shake alarms, stuff like that. I want an hour alarm to go off halfway through the cook. So I'm going to type in 1 minute 30. We'll confirm that. I don't need any more, so I'm happy to leave those at 0. So our quality timer begins at the end of the cook in the windows. It's really useful if you're looking at only holding stuff for a short period of time before you discard it and cook more to keep quality up. Useful as well if you're looking to allow items to rest again before serving, or if we're doing a 2-fry process, we might want to have a gap in between. The fryer can time that for us. The time here is in hours and minutes, and it will start in the window where we started the cook, and it will start counting down as soon as that cook finishes. I want the sprouts to rest for 2 minutes before I serve them, so I'm going to add a 2-minute timer into here. So we're now going to have a little 2-minute timer that will start counting down at the end of this cook. Do I want it disabled from my filter? Yes or no? I want this to deduct from my filter count, so I'm going to leave that as no. And then really important one here is where I assign this program to a button. So this is program 10. I'm going to assign this to button 0. The light needs to be lit up for that program to be active on the fryer when we're using it. Load compensation is a scale from off to 20. Sensitivity scale is where the fryer will start adjusting the time based on how much we're dropping. It does that based off of the load compensation reference point, which should be set to the average temperature that the fryer will be at during the normal load of product that we're dropping here. So I'm frying my sprouts at 175. The average temperature during that cook is going to be 175. If I drop more than the usual amount, that average temperature is going to drop down. The fryer will then just add some time on to account for that extra temperature loss, and the reverse, if the temperature is above that average, we'll lose some time. Does all that in the background, you won't notice it, but that is how we will set up our load compensation. Full heat, the fryer will turn the power on to max, in this case for 20 seconds at the start of the cook, to help with temperature loss when we first drop product down. This is probably a bit too much for our sprouts, so I'm going to change this to 5 seconds, confirm. And then our PC factor will cut the power off to heating at the degree that we set here, so we don't then get an overshoot and go over our set point. So I don't want to go over our set point here. I'm going to go 5 degrees before 175. I'm going to let the fryer pulse itself up to our set point to help with oil savings. And we're back to the start. If I wanted to set up another program here, I'd come out of the sprouts now, and then I could go through and select another empty spot or just one of the programs already got in there. If you guys have got any questions on that, please get in touch at info@jestic.co.uk.